Friends, fight fans, gather round because we need to talk about what we witnessed tonight. This wasn't just a boxing match. This was a masterclass. This was art, and Terence "Bud" Crawford was the artist, using Canelo Álvarez's face as his canvas. From the opening bell, you could see it. It was in his eyes, in his movement, in that little smirk he had every time Canelo missed. This wasn't a fight between two equals. This was a lion playing with his food. Let's break it down, round by round, because every second of this fight told a story. In the first round, Canelo came out like we expected him to. Strong, powerful, looking for that one big shot to end the night early. He threw those heavy hooks, those thudding body shots. And what did Crawford do? He danced, he slipped, he parried. He made Canelo, one of the most feared punchers in the sport, look like he was swinging at a ghost. The jab started to land. Pop, pop, pop. Just a little reminder, a little "I'm here, and you can't touch me." By the end of the first round, the tone was set. Canelo was the bull, but Crawford was the matador, and the matador was in complete, total control. Going into the second and third rounds, you could see the frustration building in Canelo's corner. They were telling him to cut off the ring, to go to the body, to slow Crawford down. And Canelo tried. He really did. He lunged, he pushed forward, but it was like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. Crawford's footwork was on another dimension. He'd be there 1 second, and the next, he'd be at a completely different angle, peppering Canelo with a 3-punch combination before Canelo even knew what hit him. And the taunting. Oh, the taunting was beautiful. A little shoulder roll here, a little smile there. He was looking at the crowd, winking, all while avoiding punches from a pound-for-pound king. It was psychological warfare at its finest. He wasn't just beating Canelo physically, he was getting inside his head, dismantling him piece by piece. The middle rounds were where the masterpiece was truly painted. This is where the dominance turned into humiliation. Crawford switched to southpaw, then back to orthodox, seamlessly. Canelo had no answer. Every time he thought he had a read on Crawford, Bud would change the puzzle completely. The counters were surgical. Canelo would throw a big right hand, and before it even retracted, Crawford would hit him with a left hook so clean, so precise, you could hear the impact echo through the arena. The crowd, which was so electric for Canelo during the walkouts, started to go quiet. They were watching their hero, their superstar, being systematically broken down. You could feel the air leave the building. It wasn't cheers anymore. It was a collective gasp of disbelief. I remember one specific moment. I think it was in the 7th round. Canelo landed a decent body shot, one of the few clean punches he landed all night. And what did Crawford do? He nodded. He smiled at him, as if to say, "Is that all you got?" Then he immediately came back with a blistering 4-punch combination that snapped Canelo's head back and forced him to retreat. That exchange told the entire story of the fight. Canelo's best effort was just a minor inconvenience for Crawford. It was a moment of pure disrespect, a clear signal that Crawford was operating on a level that Canelo simply could not reach. He wasn't just fighting Canelo, he was teaching him a lesson. As we moved into the championship rounds, the fight was no longer a contest. It was a spectacle. Crawford was putting on a show. He was landing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. The jab was a piston, the hooks were sharp, and the uppercuts were splitting the guard with ease. Canelo's face was swollen, he was bleeding, but more than that, he looked defeated. The fire in his eyes was gone. He was in survival mode, just trying to make it to the final bell. And Crawford, ever the showman, knew it. He wasn't going for the knockout, not yet. He was enjoying it too much. He was taking his time, dissecting his opponent in front of the entire world, proving a point that was louder than any knockout could ever be. He was proving that there are levels to this game, and he was on the very top floor, looking down on everyone else. The final bell rang, and there was no celebration from Canelo's corner, just solemn faces. Crawford, on the other hand, raised his hands. But it wasn't a celebration of a hard-fought victory. It was a declaration. It was the calm, confident acknowledgement of a job perfectly executed. When the scorecards were read, it was a formality, a shutout, a complete and utter whitewash. Every single person in that arena, every person watching at home, knew what they had just seen. They had seen greatness. This wasn't just a win. We have to be clear about this. This was a statement that will echo through the halls of boxing history forever. Terence "Bud" Crawford didn't just beat Saul Canelo Álvarez. He exposed him. He toyed with him. He embarrassed him on the biggest stage imaginable. He took one of the biggest stars in the sport, a man many considered unbeatable, and made him look like an amateur. Tonight, we learned that Terence Crawford isn't just one of the best boxers of his generation. He's one of the best boxers, period. He's a true virtuoso of the sweet science, and tonight was his magnum opus. What a performance. Just wow. Thank you so much for tuning in and reliving this incredible night with me. What did you think of the fight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy breakdowns like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. We'll be back with more. Until next time, take care.